Hi everyone, Sarah here, and welcome to episode 18 of the Knitting Forecast. It's an exciting one. So, big news in this episode, I am doing another giveaway. Exciting times, but I'm not going to talk about it just yet, so you have to hang on. We've got things to talk about first, including the most gorgeous third birthday party at a Modern Yarn that I went to weekend before last. I honestly had the best time. She's made such, Michaela, this is of a Modern Yarn in Formby in Liverpool. You simply must go. She has made like the most wholesome little shop community environment there. And it's just so lovely to be around, to be honest. It was very busy. We had cake, we had drinks, we did some knitting and crochet. And it was just lovely to chat to people. There were people I've never met before that I sat next to. And it just really made me happy to know that everyone is on like such a knitting journey or fibre arts journey in general. I sat next to a really lovely older lady who has been knitting for a very long time, but she's never knitted a pair of socks. And I was sat there knitting on a pair of socks and giving her some tips, and she was so determined that like next year is going to be the year she knits a proper pair of socks. And I said to her, how long have you been knitting? And she was like, oh, 45 years. And I thought, there's always something to learn, isn't there? We shouldn't think, well, I can do everything now, because there's always something else that you can do. You never get bored, basically. And I just found it lovely that she'd been knitting for that long and she was still keen to do new things. She wanted tips. She'd never even knit in the round before. And I was explaining how I prefer knitting in the round, especially with jumpers. We'll get to this soon because you can try it on easier as you go. And she was like, yes, that's right. I must have a go. And I just thought this is so lovely. Um, so well done, Michaela, for doing 3 years on the high street there. Big achievement and wonderful party. And she is sponsoring the giveaway. So let's crack on so we can get to that bit. We're starting with dishcloth diaries today because I have been busy. Now, I can't quite remember if I'd finished this set of dishcloth last time we spoke, or was I working on it? Was I about halfway through? This is Christmassy cotton yarn from The Range, which is a shop here in the UK. It's an Aran weight cotton yarn. Is it called mistletoe? Something. I haven't got the labels anymore, but I've got some left over of that actually. So we've got another pair. Let's start with the pairs. My first pair, a mustardy pair in, cotton Aran. And then we have like a blue aqua pair, more cotton Aran. That's a paint box, that one. And then you've got this pair, which I just did like a bog standard garter stitch because I didn't really know how much yarn I had, so it turned out to be quite good. They're going to be a pair. So that's 4. And then I've finished the mistletoe pair. 5. Wait, no, that's 3. I can't count to 3, it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done a second of the mustardy yellow pair, so that is 5. See, I'm getting better at counting. To finish that second one just yesterday. And then over the last weekend, I did my second of this nice colourway. This is the Sugar and Cream, which I think I keep calling Peaches and Cream, which was a song in the 90s. um, Sugar and Cream. So I've got those two. I've lost count already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're on to the stragglers now. It's quite obvious I'm going to keep this one for myself because this was the one that I knit up in DK. I'm not doing another one in DK. I will never do one. It's not happening. It's a no. So that's for me. Merry Christmas to me. And then we've got this one, which I used 2 strands together because this is a DK. So I used 2 strands together of the James C. Brett cotton. Really like this one. And I used 5mm needles on this. So this should actually, for the pair, this shouldn't take me too long. And I'm glad I've left this one till last because it was the nicest one on your hands. So that'll be 7, will it? Um, yeah, that'll be 7. And that should do me. That should be enough. So I just need to get this last one complete, sew all the ends in. Gonna sneeze. To sew all the ends in, make some cute little labels, and then it's done. All my Christmas knitting, well, all the dishcloth knitting will be done. Had like a list of names of everyone I wanted to knit dishcloths for, and to be honest, crossed one off last week. So that's fine. I don't need to do any more. This is going to be enough. And apart from these for Christmas, I just need to knit up a couple of little fish cat toys, which I did a couple of episodes ago. I showed some of them. So yeah, I think I'm on like a really good track, to be honest. And I forgot to tell you, I'm wearing my Christmas Sophie scarf. It's not easy to see, I can't tell. This is knit in Yellow Door yarns, they're Christmas, and I used 1 mini skein on this, so it can be done. And I've gone for a very traditional cup of bog standard tea today. No extra strong coffee this time. So that's Dishcloth Diaries. We may only see Dishcloth Diaries 1 or 2 more times, and then that'll be it because Christmas will happen. So let's move on to finished objects. Obviously, the main one here I am wearing. This is the Olga sweater by Petite Knit, and I've worn this so much already. Should we do a little close-up maybe? So it's using King Cole Merino DK. And can you see the flecks of colour in this? Absolutely love it. Here's the sleeves. So I did the fancy bind off on the sleeves, but I didn't bother on the bottom. Life's too short sometimes and it made me miserable, so I just didn't do it. I'm so happy with this jumper. I knitted it, by the way, in size 4, which I guess is like a medium-ish kind of size. And I went up half a needle size because the drape of the gauge test was just a bit like stiff, to be honest. So I went up to a 4.5mm needle instead of a 4, I think. And whatever it told me, 3.5, 375 on the neck and the ribbing. Followed the pattern perfectly for the rest of it. And I really love this. And I think this might be the only sweater that I ever knit 2 of. And I might do like a green as the main colour and like a fleckly pink. I mean, I haven't seen the yarn or anything, I think that'd be gorgeous, that. So that's another sweater done. How many is that this year? Did I finish my key sweater and my fishy sweater and now this sweater? That's pretty good going for me, to be honest. Okay, next one. I finished the vanilla socks for my husband for Christmas. This is actually what I was working on at the Modern Yarn birthday party. So here we are. It's one sock, and then we've got the other sock. Now, I don't go for perfect matchy-matchy, to be quite honest. I'm not bothered about things like that. I know some people do like it, but I actually think who notices and who cares? Not me. So what I did, found a vanilla sock pattern. These are a size large, 72 stitches, and I cast on in like a pop of neon, and I added one at the first decrease round on the toe as well. Um, different colour pops on each sock. So we've got lilac and pink, and I've blocked them now, and I love them. I absolutely love them. So these are a size large, and I want to show you how much yarn I've got left because this is going to be important. Also, the shape of the leftover yarn is just, I really think it's cute. These little star flower shapes. So this is the Luca S yarn that I picked up in the summer at Modern Yarn. I had two 50-gram balls and I've knitted size large socks, so keep that in mind. And I've got leftovers, fair bit there. It's a good squidge on each. So keep this in mind when I tell you about the giveaway. It's time. So Luca S Yarns and a Modern Yarn are sponsoring this giveaway, and they are providing me with 10 balls of the Wool and Walk sock yarn, which is what these are. 10 balls, which means 5 winners are going to get 2 balls each. So 5 of you guys are going to get enough to knit a pair of socks plus leftovers. So these are a size large, so I think you'll definitely get a pair. We'll easily get a pair, to be honest, out of 2 balls, which is what the winners will get. And I have decided we got to pick the colourways, basically. What I liked about the grey colourway, which isn't what I've gone for, but let me tell you my theory. I liked how this had slightly like masculine tones to it, but could easily be girlied up if need be. So I have gone for a similar vibe I'm going to pop the colourway on the screen because I'm waiting for the wool to arrive in the post and it hasn't come yet. With a bit of luck, it'll come while I'm filming. I have gone for the colourway 213 Forest Echo. Now it's a green, green which varies in shades just like this. So it's going to look the patterning is going to be just like this, but in shades of green. And I thought that would be a great choice because you could add your own pops, you could add your own solids for the toe and the heel or whatever. But it looks like, what I like about this, right, is that it looks like I've been really busy doing some sort of intricate Fair Isle technique and I just haven't. So that's why I've gone for this colourway, the Forest Echo, and hopefully you agree that it could be knitted up for a male partner, it could be knitted for yourself. I mean, I love green, to be honest. I wear a lot of green. And I think if I was going to add a shade to it, it'd be a little splash of pink or like a golden yellow or something. But I would happily do a solid sock at the same time. So we've got 10 balls to give away. There's going to be 5 winners. The bad news is it's only UK based because I have to pay for the postage here, guys. So give me some slack on that. And another piece of exciting news is that it's not just me doing the giveaway. You could be winning more than once here. So what you need to do is pop over to the other YouTube channels who are doing the giveaway with me. So same as last time actually. Stephanie Mitchard is doing the giveaway too, and she has gone for different colorways to me. She's actually gone for a few different types. I didn't do that because I didn't want arguments. So good luck, Stephanie, with that. So pop out, all the links are going to pop up on the screen and they'll be below. And I'm going to talk about it on Instagram too. So you'll have plenty of opportunity to find everyone. Stephanie Mitchard's doing it. Hers is already running. We've got Stitches and Jacks doing the giveaway too. I don't think she started hers yet. So keep an eye out for that because that will be coming soon. And you need to head over to Michaela at Modern Yarns. You need to follow all these people. I'm going to put the rules up because I get a bit bleh about it. You need to follow Stephanie, follow Stitches and Jacks. You need to follow Michaela, Queen of Knitting Shops. And you need to follow Luca S Yarns because they are providing me with this gorgeous yarn to give away. So of course you need to follow them as a thank you. So follow these guys. The giveaway for my yarn, we're all ending it on different dates, so you've got lots of chance to get in there. But Stephanie started hers first, so you really need to get in there. Mine is going to end on Wednesday, the 10th of December. And I'm going to post them out either the Thursday or the Friday, depending on when the winners get in contact with me. But I thought if I do it finishing nice and early, you're going to have these in time for Christmas. You could do a Christmas Eve cast on. If you're really quick, you could probably knit up a present with them. No pressure on that because I wouldn't be able to. And what you need to do for mine, apart from following all the sponsors and other giveaway YouTubers, you need to comment on this video with who you would knit the socks for. So would it be for yourself? Probably. Would it be a gift? Would you knit something other than socks? That, there's no limitations. I'm not telling you what to do. So that's what you need to do. Comment below, follow everyone, including me. Subscribe when I say follow. There's so many words in this world. Subscribe to everyone and comment below. Ends on the 10th. I will be doing a short with the winners, like winners' names popping up. And what we did last time I did the giveaway was I reached out on Instagram if I could find you. And we contacted from there, which was easy and great, but you must be from the UK. Now we're moving on. New cast on anybody? I think so. Have a sip of tea first. Just remembered that I have left my Christmas hibernal socks in the car. And they've been in the car for a while for me to knit on. And I haven't done any. Still haven't done any. They're going to be on today's list when I do some car knitting later. My little boy was off school unwell yesterday. He's fine now. But we were just sat on the couch. We pretty much sat on the couch all day and watched The Simpsons all day. So I could have been working on them then, I suppose, but I decided to cast on something new. And I've gone for the Musselburgh hat, which I'd planned for a while. If you've watched before, I won this gorgeous colourway. Not won. This was in a mystery bag from Unseen Yarn that I picked up at the Stafford Wool Show. This was like a blind bag. And I was delighted with this. It's 100 grams and it paired up really well with some old Siobhan's Crafts DK. They're both DK that I had. And I decided this will be what I knit my Musselburgh hat in. And I started it yesterday on the couch. And I've done this much already. Now, what's interesting about this, I'm assuming most people understand the the build of the hat. So it's knitted as like a sausage. And you fold it in on itself, and then it's extra cozy, and that's what I want. Extra cozy. Um, but what is strange is how this has pooled, the colour pooling, and I don't hate it. So this is one side, which is like so bright, all the yellow and the pink has like gathered together, and I think it looks great. And then this is the other side. How different is that? So we've got really light and really dark, but then when you open it the other way, like it looks brilliant. So I've done one round of the Unseen, then one round of Siobhan's Crafts, and this is just how it's ending up. And I think it's going to be great, and no one's going to miss me on a dark winter night. Not that I go out on a dark winter night, but I will definitely be seen in this hat. So it kind of reminds me of like highlighter pens, to be honest. But I'm really enjoying it. Only started it yesterday, and I just went for it. I've gone up half a needle size for a DK. So normally a DK you'd knit on a 4mm. Normal people would knit on a 4mm. I would always go down to a 3.75. It's just the way I am. I think it creates a neater stitch for me personally. But on this one, I've actually gone up to a 4.5, and that is because when I did the little swatch in a 4mm, I was trying to imagine it double layered, which is what the hat is. The whole thing's double layered, and then we've got 4 layers on the brim, like the fold over bit. Um, it was just going to be really quite stiff, and I kind of wanted a bit of a looser fitting hat with a bit of movement to it. So I've gone up to a 4.5, and I think I've done the right thing by doing that. Time will tell. So what's great about this hat, if nobody knows, everyone starts it at the tip, everyone casts on the same amount of stitches, and then depending on what weight of yarn you want to use, because you can use literally any, and on what size needles you want to use, because you can use literally any, you just start increasing. You start increasing, and then once you've increased enough to be able to measure an inch of your stockinette, that's when you go back to your pattern and it tells you the rest of the pattern. So I have managed, what I've achieved here is a 5.5 stitches to the inch. And so you look on the chart and it says, if you've got 5.5 stitches to the inch, increase this many times, knit for this long. And so it's kind of like a perfect recipe for any ingredient, and it's genius, really. And I believe she's done a scarf similar now, so I will be looking at that as well. So that is the Musselburgh hat so far. And then we're going to move on to acquisitions, which I have left in the other room, so be right back. Well, I was at the party for Modern Yarn. I was sat next to Jenny, who is Drama Queen Knits on Instagram, and she had made tea. She was showing me gorgeous little hood that she'd made, like full neck round the head kind of hood. I was like, what's that yarn you've used? And honestly, it looked like Norro, which is a bit out of my budget, but I thought it was gorgeous. And she said, no, it's not Norro. It's that one over there. And it was in the shop. She'd bought it from the shop. So obviously I had to go over and have a good look. And I've gone for some in a different colourway. But it is the James C. Brett Emotions Double Knitting. And just look at the colours in that. It was the pops of orange, actually, that really, sold me. But each ball looks totally different, of course. Anyway, I have gone for 4 balls of this, and they're 150 grams each. And they were only like £5 something. So bargain for 150 grams. This is the shade called Trust, by the way. Number is EM08. And do you want to know what I'm going to make with this? So I've got 4 balls of it. Oh, I've dropped one. So here's 3. I'm going to make a crochet hexacardy. Now I know what you're thinking. What's with the hexagons? I'm doing hexy puffs for Advent, and now I'm thinking hexacardy with this. And I don't know what's going on with me, but hexagons are becoming a thing. Full disclosure, I have attempted a hexacardy before, and it's not that it went wrong, it's more that I went wrong because I made some bad decisions. Oh, just look at that bit of neon green just popping out there. Anyway, it's going to be great. What am I saying? My previous hexacardy, I didn't get too far with it, and the reason why is because every round I decided to change colour. And I got sick of it. It wasn't very portable for me, and I do a lot of knitting not in the house. So I'd have to take like all different stuff out with me. And then I've got loads of ends to do and decisions to make about which colours come in next. And I just lost the will with it, to be honest. So it's in a bag somewhere. And I haven't seen it for what, a year and a half, 2 years. Long since before I started this podcast, long before that. So I've decided now's the time to be a bit more sensible with my choices because I still really want a hexacardy. I want more cardigans in general, to be honest. And it's a great one to just get on with, isn't it? Because you kind of just knit, crochet. I'm going to keep saying knit because it's more natural. It's a good one to just crochet as big as you want, carry on for as long as you want, add more rounds to the sleeve, add length. It's kind of do what you want. It's got the basic recipe there, but then you can add on what you need. People have added hoods and everything. I don't know if that's within my capabilities because I'm really just like a granny square crocheter. But anyway, with this, I thought I won't have to change colour. I won't have to sew in a load of ends, but I'm still going to get colour that I want. I don't think I'd really enjoy just a plain one. I'd enjoy wearing it, but I don't think I'd enjoy making it. So, yeah, this is what I've gone for. I don't know when I'm going to have time to start it, but I've got like grand plans for over the Christmas period. Which is funny, isn't it? Because I always imagine it to be a really long time, but I actually haven't got like extra days off work at all. But I'm like, oh, I have loads of time over Christmas. I won't really. But I've got grand plans because I want to make an emotional support chicken during that time. And I really want to crack on with this. So if I can start it a bit before that, then I will. And if not, then it'll be started over the Christmas period. So that's all the yarny content I've got to show. Delighted I finished my husband's socks way ahead of time, and I'm glad that I finished them so I could show you what the patterning looks like for the giveaway yarn. So what's next for me? Advent starts next week. Is it Monday the 1st or Monday the 2nd? Anyway, whenever the 1st is, I'll be opening my DIY Advent calendar, which you can pop back a few videos ago and see how I've put that together using materials that I already had. So hopefully you'll join me for some of that. And I think I'm really going to try and do my normal podcasts at the same time because I'm just going to have so much to say. Going to have so much to say. As you can see, we've done our Christmas tree. It's already had like many baubles fall off from cat attacks. Does anyone else have this problem? Give me your tips of how to stop a cat from climbing the Christmas tree. Last year I tried lemon round the bottom, like slices of lemon just round there, and that didn't stop them. So yeah, if you've got any tips, always want to know. So I hope you like just seeing it in the corner there. I've got a few little crafty bits. We've also got teddy bears on here, um, because it's my son's like thing. He has his own Christmas tree in his bedroom. So good luck to everyone on the giveaway, and I'll be in touch with you if you win. Don't forget to follow all rules because we're all checking. We're all checking. And so bye for now. See you next time.